Hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms, Maggie and Sandra. Welcome back to the farm. So we've got a problem with our Eggmobile and we got to figure out how to fix it. So hang out with us for a little bit. Let's tell you about the problem, what we done, what our royal mess up was according to Sandra, and how we're going to fix it. Hang out with us for a little bit. Maggie, are you helping? You're just crazy. Okay, so we're going to work on our Eggmobile a little bit today. And you may notice something pretty distinctive about the Eggmobile. There are no chickens around here. Well, there's a reason for that. So JW and I, we've been following the cows. And the cows had kind of come off of this pasture and had been down on the back side of the farm. Well, this thing's a little difficult to move back there, and we're working on a smaller Eggmobile. More on that later. But we had the Eggmobile down here at the far end of this pasture, and we had brought the cows back into this pasture and they were up here on the upper side. So we decided, hey, we need to bring the Eggmobile back up here, bring the chickens back up. And what did you tell me that was? That was a royal what?
I can't say it on camera.
You can't say it on camera. She told me that was a royal mess up. Because what happened was, when we had the Eggmobile down here on the far side, the chickens were all around the Eggmobile. Well, we hooked the tractor up, pulled it up here to the upper end of the field. There was a pretty significant subset of those chickens. Now keep in mind, Salatin says these chickens know all they need to know about being a chicken, that were unable to find the Eggmobile. So for about a week we had a group of chickens down there on the far end, and we had a group of chickens up here. Well, we lost some egg production, and we were looking at some numbers the other day, and eggs was a significant seller for us last month. So the other night, Sandra and I came out. We done a little chicken hunting. It's kind of like snipe hunting, but different. There's actually a bird to find. So we went down there to the far end late one evening. It's almost dark. Caught up our chickens, brought them back up here, and we have put them in the Eggmobile. Now, we've locked them in here. They've been in here for about 36 hours now. They can't get out. Yes, there's feed and water inside. We took care of that. So what we're going to do today, we're going to put us up some netting, and we're going to encircle the Eggmobile with some poultry netting, and we're going to let these birds back out. What we're trying to do is we're trying to reorient all of our chickens back to the Eggmobile. Now we've also added some juvenile egg layers. It was time for them to come out of their tractor and move in. So we've added some juvenile egg layers in here too. So we're going to get them oriented to the Eggmobile as well. So we're going to get our netting up and show you how that works. We're trying a new piece of netting. Where did I get that? Did I buy that from PowerFlex?
Yes. This
is a roll of netting that I bought from PowerFlex. It's I think 50 foot, Ken Cove brand. First time deploying it, we're gonna try it and see. Oh, it's upside down. It's upside down the other way. Yeah, it's Ken Cove. It's my first attempt with this. We'll see how this stuff works. And then we've also got a big section of our standard Premier one that we usually use. 164 foot, I've said it once, I'll say it again. If you're buying poultry netting, unless you're 20 years old and you've got more energy than you do common sense, get the 100-foot sections. The 164 foot sections are heavy, they're cumbersome, they're difficult to deal with, and for someone that is experienced, be nice, not getting any younger. For someone that is experienced, 164 foot, it's cumbersome. It's just aggravating to deal with. So let's put out some netting, get our Energizer up. We'll let these chickens out and see how everybody's doing.
Look at that.
So, little tip, a couple tips on putting any of this netting type fencing material up. First off, go ahead and connect your ends where you want to join your sections of fence. That's one of the first things that you do, is go ahead and connect those. And then, so we got this one connected and that one down there. It's standing up, it's not tied together. And then work your way around and pull the slack out as you go. That seems to work a whole lot better instead of trying to stand it up as you go along and then put your ends together. And we had a little rain last night, so it's easier to put in the ground. But as you're putting this stuff up, stand your post up, walk it back and get as much tension out as you can, And then, I don't know if you saw, Sonna show that again. Sonna will use her foot and put a little bit of tension on that bottom spike before she pushes it in the ground. And that helps to keep the fence upright. See how nice and tall? I mean, that's nice and upright. It's tight, it looks good. That's what's gonna keep your chickens in. But more importantly, once we get the Energizer on this fence is really more to keep the critters out than it is to keep the chickens in. I would be fine with those chickens being anywhere on this pasture, but what this is going to do, it's going to keep foxes and coyotes and skunks and all that kind of stuff out. Plus, right now, like I said a while ago, we're trying to reorient these birds back to the Eggmobile. So join your ends together first and then pull your slack out of the middle as you work your way around, and you'll find that your fence is going to stand up nice and tall. It's going to be tight. And if your fence, yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing you can do. When you're putting your post up, angle those posts out away from the interior of the paddock. Yeah, angle that thing out.
Angle it out, and then when the pressure gets on it, it will straighten up.
Yeah.
See, look how straight.
Yeah, when you pull pressure back on it, it'll straighten those posts back up. Because if your fence ain't tight, it ain't right. So pull it nice and taut and angle it out. Getting tired?
See if you can get this one in.
Yeah, is that kind of sticking?
I can't get this one.
Here, you hold the camera off.
There you go. Nice. Now, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
All right, chicken. So we didn't get eggs last night.
Are you counting? What you at?
21.
23. So while we had them locked up, we had a couple of these 5-gallon drinkers in here, and that worked out really good for them to have something to drink. And the feed boxes were about half full. Looks like they've cleaned them out, so we'll fill them up with feed today. But JW and I were talking the other day. I think so far, Eggmobile 3.0, this is my favorite Eggmobile so far, because we didn't put any roosts in here, and we got all this floor space. And these chickens do fine. They do absolutely fine on this slatted floor and not having roosts. So if you're building an Eggmobile, maybe it's something to think about. If it's going to save you space because you need more nest boxes and you need more space on the floor, maybe not putting roosts in is the thing to do. We decided not to do that here, and quite frankly, it's worked out great. And there's no smell. You know, I think I said this on another video. I'm standing here, these chickens, we counted 112 birds. They've been here for about 36 hours. There is no smell. Doesn't smell like anything. I don't smell any loudmouth out here. Don't smell any chicken poo. Just smells like, you know, fresh farm field. So works out great. So tonight we'll come back out after dusk, because a lot of these birds last night was their first night, second night. Yeah, last night was their second night in there. And we've got some that I think they've probably lost orientation. So what we'll do tonight at dusk, we'll come out, and anybody that's outside that's not gone in on their own, we'll catch them up, put them in, or we'll chase them in. We'll just make sure they go in there. The idea here is we want those birds to learn that's where they go at night. They go in here to sleep. The nest boxes are in there. So that's where they go to lay. As some of these juvenile birds come on, we'll find eggs on the floor, we'll find eggs in the field, and it just takes a little time. So if you're running an Eggmobile and you're not getting the results that you want, maybe you need to do like what we done here, and that's just a complete reset. We decided that was going to be the best thing to do. Just put everybody in there, lock them up for 36 hours, let them reorient to that's where they're sleeping, that's where the nest boxes are, and we'll see how that works out. So Anyway, I think that's going to do it. Like we always say, please remember to send your prayers. May God bless you and your families, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.